Good day, everybody. Happy Tuesday. It is Random Rosters episode number 99. We're 2 weeks away from being done with this season. It is ESPN NFL 2002 NFL Primetime. I nailed it? I had a previous take that I realized my settings were all wrong, and then I got a second take at it. Still can't figure it out. 19 weeks in, no idea what the name of this video game is. ESPN NFL Primetime 2002. We have 2 weeks left before we're going to wrap this season up. We'll move on to NFL Fever 2004, and then Madden NFL 2005, and then fingers crossed, maybe Madden NFL 25, which is a game that already exists. I can't wait to see what they name the new Madden game because they already have Madden NFL 25 out available now. It's fascinating. I can't wait. It's the most excited I've ever been for a Madden game, and it's just because I don't know what they're going to name it. All of that aside, we have the divisional round this week. We have the championship round next week. These 4 games today. And then we'll do the NFC, AFC, those championship games, Super Bowl, Pro Bowl, if applicable. They've been in all the other games, but who knows? We're thinking about it. I actually need to go into NFL Fever 2004. 1, find that copy, but 2, I need to do some legwork on that because you have to create a bunch of profiles, and it's kind of time consuming. So, it's something my mom told me. She said, just say it out loud. You don't remember it. So hopefully that helps. You get to learn it. I get to learn it. We learn together. Somebody pointed out in the comments below last week, Raiders Nation, baby. Hey, they're still in here. Can they take down the Kansas City Chiefs in our first game today? They won one of the uglier games of last week. And we'll see what happens this week. There was really only one good game last week, and it was the Titans-Bills game was like about the only good one. The other 3 were at best, but we'll see what we get this week. After we do that, we will figure out the second half of the AFC Championship. Titans-Patriots will be game number 2. Then we will head to St. Louis for Rams-Falcons. And then, last but not least, we have an AFC East matchup. Cowboys taking on the Giants. Patriots-Titans, the only non-divisional matchup in the playoffs. Raiders, and it was actually the only one that didn't really have a possibility of being. Anyway, let's jump in here to game number 1. Switch it to that to watch. We load. We mute the Razor camera. I do have a new microphone, so you might hear a little bit more of the mouse clicking, because I'm tired of having audio problems with the other one. And this microphone that I picked up on clearance, pretty great. So that's good. All right, here we go. Game 1, Raiders Chiefs 9-7 taking on 11-5. Kansas City, they won. No, excuse me, they lost tonight. I realize my error. 50-50 on that one, and we'll do this, and we will go save, and we'll go ESPN NFL Primetime, JPEG, week 19, 99 episodes of this show. Thanks so much for watching. Whether it's your first or your 99th or your 37th or maybe it's your 19th, you jumped in at the start of this season. Thanks so much for watching. We'll roll right into the next season. All right, Joe Nedney. Nedney? Is that right? Oof, this. Hold on. While we're hanging out here, this Elgato is way behind. So give me 1 second. We're gonna give it a little bit of a reset as we have an injury here. He limps to the sideline. Hold on. Let's watch this first play here in 7:20. Pitch to the outside. Gets tackled short of the 30. Okay, we'll blow it back out to 1080. Hold on. Stick with me, folks. Thanks for hanging out. Absolutely not. All right. On that run. It's a little more in sync. Think about getting positive yards. Steve McNair finds a nice completion to the near sideline. Well, not the near sideline, but I guess to the right side. Oh, Marcus Bell picking up a broken foot. That'll do him for the season. true shame. You get injured on the kick return, and that's it. You're done. Done for the playoffs, postseason. Really nice run. That's going to go off the left side for about a gain of 9. It'll be second down and short.
Second and 1.
Kansas City starting with a nice opening drive here. Not a nice easy drive, a nice opening drive. McNair drops back. Short pass to his right, excuse me. And that is a solid gain of about 5. Work done. Actually, it'll be 6 yards, 5 yards after the catch, which kind of makes me...
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Okay.
Far formation.
I did not realize he carried the ball that much. I don't know. Part of me feels like the stats are all weird. This game has so many weird, like, little intricacy problems. But whatever. McNair throws to the flat, and that's actually going to be a loss of a couple as we'll take a look at the offensive line. And the backs and receivers, Randy Moss, Warwick Dunn, and Steve McNair. That's a good trio to have. The pass to the flat goes for a loss of 3. And even though he stepped out of bounds, the clock does run. Fires it over the middle. It's caught by Randy Moss. First grab goes for 9. Third down and manageable. I like that play right there. You lose 3 on first down. Pick up most of it, half of it or more. Set up a third down and manageable. McNair, I formation run left side. He blasts it up the middle. Hits the 20-yard line as he obliterates what's it called? An official there. One zebra went down in the contact. Looked like RoboCop throwing a person in the new RoboCop game. This video. Oh, that's got to be. If this game had better catching, we would see so many interception touchdowns. So many of them. And that would have added one more on the pile. Terrific break by the defense right there to step in front of that pass and make it an incompletion. Second and 10. I swear, I'm almost done with this sickness. I swear. Randy Moss getting his name in, Randy Moss getting involved again. A nice gain of about, what was that, 16 yards there? First and 4 in this long drive. We're up over 3 minutes on this opening drive here for Kansas City. As McNair drops back, throws, and a terrific tackle. William Henderson loses 2. Or, I guess it's, never mind, it was a negative. I didn't put the 2 in the 2. My bad. My bad. It's no gain on the play. Offset I formation. McNair steps back to throw. It's a really nicely called screen, but the Raiders do a better job defensively on the outside. And I believe it's 56 on both of those tackles. Coming up big here in the red zone. Third and goal from the 6. Shotgun snap for McNair. Throws to the flat. He has an angle, but number 37 closes it up. If he goes for the pylon, which this game doesn't really have, kind of runs in like 8 directions, like north, northeast, east, like that sort all the way around. Just didn't have the angle, and the Oakland Raiders defense comes up with a huge goal line stand as Kansas City takes a 3-point lead. That's a 4-minute drive. That is an efficient, long drive. And honestly, a disappointing end to that, but a terrific stand by the Raiders.
First and 10. 3 receivers set for Oakland.
First down and 10. Let's see what the Raiders can do here in response. I think you need to pick up a first down, maybe 2. Try to cool that Kansas City offense down a little bit. That's a great way to start out past the 40.
At the 41-yard line.
There's a
nice reception there.
But the defense has to recognize the pass pattern sooner.
First and 10 at the 41.
First down and 10 at the 41. I think you got to get a first down, try to milk this clock a little bit, let them cool off on the sideline. And that's a nice pass to the flat. Not quite as well read on the defensive side that time, but an excellent tackle. Still goes for a loss of 2, which I guess is actually a better play. Let him catch the ball and then tackle him for the loss rather than just knock it down for the incompletion. Fiedler play action pass. He's going same side that time, but an excellent defensive play there. Mike Minter with his first pass defense of the day. 7 seconds to go here in quarter number 1. 3rd down and 12. Oakland could use a conversion here, or you risk giving it to an offense that's in rhythm, even though your defense played pretty well. It's a throw out to the flat. It's going to go really nowhere. Maybe a gain of 1. Who knows? So a very fast first quarter there. Both teams doing a good job completing passes. That was some of the frustration in last week's game, where just, especially like you look at the end of that Packers game where Brooks missed 8 throws in a row.
First down and 10 to go.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line.
33.
It's a run.
Handoff left side. Nice hole there. Weird spin move.
He corrals him at the 37-yard line.
Probably should have had a gain of like 9, but instead he kind of bounced backwards a little bit with that circle spin and loses 2, so it's only a gain of 7. Play action pass. McNair out to the sideline. Wide open receiver. It's Randy Moss with a nice catch. One of the more open receivers we've seen like all season long.
The Chiefs send a man in motion.
And it's 1st and 10 right back into Raiders territory. Oakland's doing a good job sending some pressure. They're just not quite getting there. 2 tackles for number 56, Webster, I believe the name. I think those 2 tackles came up inside the red zone. Inside the 5 on one of them. 2nd down and 10. McNair fires, and it's a misfire over the middle. So 3rd down and 10. See what the Raiders want to do here. Looks like they're going to bring 6. Oh, and he finds the receiver that they kind of snuck out into the flat. Good job by Warwick done there to get up the field. Too often, especially on 3rd and 10s, 3rd and longs, you see a lot of quarterbacks just kind of check it down to the flat and they run like parallel to the line to gain, and it's not helpful. But a good route run there by Warwick done. Sets the Chiefs up with a 1st and 10. Throw over the middle. Number 56 looked like he had a pretty good shot at it. Would have been a great time for an interception, but an incomplete pass is what it is. McNair under center. Takes the snap and drops back. He throws it to the flat, or to the running back again. I believe that's Warwick done. Nate Webster picking up his 3rd tackle of the game. And a good tackle there to make it 3rd and short rather than a 1st and 10. Split backfield. McNair goes with the run to the fullback position. But it was Warwick done on the run. Back inside the red zone. Last time they only came away with 3.
Receiver set for Kansas City.
Pitch outside, and that play just doesn't work. Knocked out of the red zone. Excellent defense there by number 99. Taylor drops him for a loss of 6.
To bulk up and become a force.
Draw play right side. Drilled at the 17.
16-yard line. Third and 10 at the 16-yard line.
3rd and 10. McNair float pass up over the middle. It's intercepted. Oh, a tremendous defensive play there. McNair threw that into triple coverage. And number 37 comes away with a huge interception. Keeps it at a field goal deficit. Now 2:17 to work with for this Oakland Raiders team. Maybe getting them into a bit of a hurry up will help the rhythm or help establish a rhythm. Instead, it's a handoff left side. Not a whole lot of room to work with. I get not wanting to be too aggressive, but I think maybe you want to try something a little more aggressive on first down. See if you can maybe rip off a chunk as we hit the 2-minute warning. Take a look at the offensive line for the Raiders, which we have not had an opportunity to look at.
2nd and 8 at the 7-yard line. The D shows a 4-3. They'll keep it on the ground.
We go with another run left side. Michael Stone. This is where Kansas City would want to take a timeout.
Quarterback looks to pass.
3rd and 8. Nice stop by the Kansas City defense. But bad clock management by the same Kansas City team. So 4th and 1.
The luxury of taking his time and putting a little touch on the ball.
Rodney Williams comes out. They'll punt from about the goal line. And they'll get possession at the 43-yard line of the Oakland Raiders. So Kansas City really winning, 42-yard line, excuse me. Kansas City really winning the field position battle. Play action pass. McNair, deep pass right side, caught by Randy Moss at the 18. This team is in a rhythm here. Off the play action. It's a contested catch. These don't feel like they work out all that well. They always seem to jump too early. Every player in the league. It's wild. McNair throws. It's off the receiver, most likely. Pops to the air and falls incomplete. McNair coming off an interception inside the red zone last drive. Throws out to the flat. Finds Randy Moss, 5 catches, 67 yards, a long of 24. 3rd down and 9. 45 seconds and counting to go. McNair throws and finds number 88 for a nice reception. Marcus Robinson picks up 12. 1st and goal from the 5. Got to be very aware of the clock here. 28 seconds to go. McNair into the end zone, caught for a touchdown. Kansas City takes the lead. Takes advantage of the fantastic field position. Oh, wait, no, don't do that. You can't have that song. That's going to be a copyright infringement. Kick is up. Kick is good. We have a 10-0 lead here for Kansas City. Kansas City, honestly, surprisingly consistent on their drives. I know they threw the interception in the red zone, but they've still been able to move the ball on all 3 drives. A lot of the games that we see throughout the season are like they have 1, maybe 2 good drives a game. Sometimes that's enough. Sometimes you see like a Green Bay that kind of can move the ball a little bit and then just can't put points on the board. And then they lose to just kind of a weird play. Fiedler with a throw. It's off the hands and incomplete. Oakland would be in really good shape if they could even just get a field goal. Artrell Hawkins. We have not heard from Hawkins in this game. We had him on one of the Kansas City games recently. He was incredible. Fiedler with a nice completion. Good job to kind of just run out of bounds. No big deal there. 4 seconds for a 7-yard gain. They could really use a big play here. The double dip is possible. It's caught. I like that play. I like it. Ideally, I think you want to try a bigger play down the middle, down the sideline, whatever. Big bomb, 30-plus yards. Float it over the middle, get a completion, get a fresh set of downs. Fiedler threads it, 8-yard, 9-yard gain. They have actually, so they should have 1 timeout left. They're going to run the Hail Mary play here. which is unfortunate because they should just run something over the middle, get tackled, and call it. Fiedler does get it out of his hands. It's going to be into the end zone. It's caught for a touchdown. It's caught for a touchdown. Oakland with the drive that they needed right at the end of the half. For whatever reason, when they run that play, one play before the final play or more in a half, so they would have had one more play with 1 second left. That tends to end up with sacks. Fiedler did a good job to get the ball out of his hand. It's obviously how they decide to pressure. I think they maybe only rushed 3 and drop 8 when it's a final play. But in this case, I think they rushed one more defensive lineman, and that's the key between what we saw there.
Chiefs 10, Raiders 7.
I was trying to mute my camera.
Moss set to receive the
Go
kickoff.
up. There we go. I was going to show you what the third down conversions was, but anyway. You saw that the Raiders defender, or the Chiefs defender, was about to get Fiedler. If that's one play later, Fiedler has a totally clean throwing area to work with. So a good job to get it out of his hand there and bomb it down the field. Now just get into field goal range, tie this game up without Kansas City really touching the ball at all. Pitch to the outside. Not a great play. Still just doesn't work. Teddy Bruschi comes up with a big tackle there. 3-yard loss to 2nd and 13. Second down. Fiedler, handoff, left side. That's a terrific gain there to make it 3rd and very manageable.
Down and 4 for the first.
I think going back, the key play on that drive, probably the 3rd and 3. Just throw it over the middle. Don't bomb it too far down the field. Make sure you pick up that first down. Good use of timeouts on that last drive.
A strong move past the line for a good game.
First and 10, deep drop for Jay Fiedler, who throws in a double coverage. And just incomplete there. 2nd down and 10.
He gives the ball to Neal. A 4-yard run by Neal. Third down and 5 for the first.
3rd down and 5. Approaching midfield. Fiedler drops back. He throws to the flat, but a good read by the defense there to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of 1. I think they'll actually give him a loss of 1 on that one. It'll be 4th down and 4. So the punting unit will come out. They executed the first half of the plan well, get a score. Couldn't really execute the second part of the double dip. But we'll see what kind of defensive adjustments they made. They've been good on defense all day. Held them to a field goal. Intercepted them deep in their own territory, or deep in the Raiders' territory. They did give up the 1 touchdown, but overall, pretty outstanding effort. 3:02 to go here in quarter number 3. They're going to start with a run. It's Warwick Dunn weaving his way for a gain of 4. Troy Vincent, tackle number 2. They'll give a gain of 3.
2nd and 7.
3
receivers set for the Chiefs.
I do think the yard markers are a little bit weird. Everything about this game is weird. It's such a bizarre football game.
Bulked up a little since coming into the league. It allows him a little more leverage in his pass rush.
3rd and 7 at the 26-yard line.
Excellent opportunity here for the Oakland Raiders defense. McNair throwing, and he finds another interception. A terrific defensive play by the Oakland Raiders. And it's 1st and 10 in terrific field position for them. Second interception of the day thrown by Steve McNair as they pitch out left. Nothing new in there. Number 60 with a terrific tackle. Justin Smith getting on the stat line there.
Someone obviously blew an assignment.
Play action pass. Fiedler down the field, but can't find a receiver.
Third down and 12 for the first. Fiedler looks downfield.
Oh, I don't love that play. I don't love that possession. Too many throws down the field. And a huge missed opportunity there, in my opinion.
He switches gears.
I think if you get a turnover or field position right there, turnover, punt, whatever, you got to at least get into field goal range, right? I don't think you can really. I don't think you can come away empty-handed there.
Caught by Moss.
Chris, he clearly beat his defender on
McNair finds Moss. 6 catches, 77 yards. First down. Was not sure that he got the marker there, but it appears that he did. First and 10, pitches to the outside. That play doesn't really work still. It'll never work. They're not going to patch this game. Patches weren't even like a thing. Wasn't like, man, sure could use an update to this game. It was like, no, that's the game. Pitch to work done. He's going to get tackled at the 30. Good job again by the Raiders defense. Getting off the field. Nope, excuse me. It's third down 11. I apologize. That's on me. I forgot that the first throw to Moss was a first down.
Quarterback looks to pass.
McNair again right at the sticks. We'll see who they celebrate, and it will be Marcus Robinson. So that'll be a first down. First and 10. That's usually what it is. We're not playing blitz.
McNair looking to throw. He corrals him at the 45-yard line. A 4-yard pass to Henderson.
Now that is a testament to his physical ability.
The quarterback looks to pass. Tackled by number 50. A 4-yard reception by Henderson. That's his 4th pass reception of the game.
You know, Chris, the D was just not ready for that play.
At the end of the third quarter, the Chiefs 10, Raiders 7.
So a 3-point game as we head to the fourth quarter. Scoreless, but a good third quarter. Third down and short. It's going to be a handoff, and Dunn's going to be stopped a yard short of the line to gain. Oakland's going to get the ball back. Not great field position, though.
Stanley back to punt.
But they do, again, keep it a 3-score differential. At the 10 and drilled immediately.
The ball comes down and the return man has good coverage. A nice bit of containment by the kicking team.
Fiedler, quick drop.
Into double coverage, but finds the receiver, and a good start to this drive. Should be right about should be a first down. 4 catches, 76 yards for Conway. Fiedler drops back and throws out to the flat. Oh, he's just like a half step too far. That should have been a much bigger gain than just 1 yard. But it is a positive. Sometimes those swing passes go for -6, so we'll go ahead and call that a positive. Kind of an extra positive. Fiedler gets just a little bit more air under it, just a little bit more arc to it. It's a big gain, but instead it's an incomplete pass. 3rd down and 9. He's going to test double coverage again, and he gets picked off. I don't love the play calling. A couple of times we've seen Fiedler with 3rd and 9 just wing it downfield. They had a good play call. They had a good decision from Fiedler early in this game to pick up a 3rd and 3 with a short pass over the middle. Instead, they keep testing the deep side, and they pay dearly with an interception there. Another opportunity for this Raiders defense, and they start on a positive note. 4-yard loss, 2nd and 14. McNair into quadruple coverage and somehow comes down with the catch.
Chris, the receiver, could probably hear the defender's footsteps on that play.
McNair to the end zone, tipped and incomplete. See, it'd be nice when they showed the quarterback if they would pop the stats up. We never know how well or poorly they're doing. We just have to guess how awful they are. Or good they are. Dunn absolutely blocked up. I can't believe he was able to break that. How many runs have we seen throughout this season that look exactly like that, where they run right into a cluster of like 6 people and they end up getting tackled for a loss or no gain? Warwick Dunn explosive off the right side, finds a big gain and sets him up for 1st and goal just inside the 10-yard line.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Right side, Warwick Dunn. This is where this Raiders defense needs to come alive again. They have to hold them to a field goal here. This game does not have the capacity to try and score 2 touchdowns or even score twice with this kind of time limit, especially with the way the Raiders are holding on to their timeouts. He just doesn't have any hurry-up offense to speak of. Kansas City does a good job there to hold the ball. I think if there's a 1 or 2 second difference, they probably do snap it. 14 rushes left side for 52 yards. Nothing anywhere else, which is kind of odd.
The Chiefs send a man in motion.
So 2nd and goal. 2 minutes to go here. They're going to run off the right side in a terrific stop right before the goal line by number 54 to make sure Dunn doesn't get in. The clock will tick here. 3rd and goal. They will let it work its way down.
3rd and goal at the 1-yard line. Defense brings in the big guy.
Oakland's going to win the turnover battle, and they might lose this game. 3rd and goal. Pitch to the outside. That's it. That's an easy stop. That is an easy stop. I think that's where you take a timeout right there. Right after the 3rd and goal. But they're going to let this clock just keep going down. Oakland already has 1 heave. Could you imagine 2 heaves to the end zone at either end, at the end of both halves? And that's how you win a game. We'll see if they can pull it off, but they're gonna need a little more luck on their side here. Martin Gramatica coming out. His long is 19. Kansas City has consistently been deep in Oakland territory, but they have only come away with 13 points. Oakland's had a couple of turnovers that they weren't able to turn into points. I think the second turnover that they got was the more frustrating one of the two. 5 yards deep. It's going to make this even trickier. 85 yards separate Oakland from victory. 86 yards, actually.
14-yard line. Line up with a lone back.
Deep drop for Fiedler. He's going to go up the seam and not able to find anybody. Gramatica's the game MVP. A little surprising because we've actually had some really good performances But all right.
Icing on the cake for this true professional.
That's a really weird player of the game. Really weird. 2nd down and 10. Fiedler takes the snap, stands, and he gets sacked. They'll take a timeout with 32 seconds to go. That is the first sack that the Oakland Raiders have taken. And of course, it's on a 2nd and 10 in the most critical point of the game. Fiedler again. It's a nice catch. It's right at the sticks. It's going to be 4th and short. They'll mark him half a yard. So here we go. 4th in the game. This has to be a short pass, but they're probably going to bomb it deep.
Quarterback looks to pass.
Oh, he's going to find a receiver out at the 45-yard line. They got to go. They got to go. I think they have one more timeout, but for some reason they're burning time. Replay all the way up to the 45. I think we're going to get one more. Oh, okay.
With under 20 seconds in the game.
We might get the Hail Mary right here, and we are. It means they're going to rush 4. He's going to roll to his right. He got it out of his hand last time. This time he gets it out of his hand again. Final second, stick down. It's incomplete at the goal line. Artrell Hawkins.
2nd and 10 at the
2nd and, all right, one more crack at it.
5 wide receivers for the Raiders.
It's like he needs another yard or two. He couldn't quite get it there. Gets it out of his hand again. It's caught, but he's short. He needed 2 yards.
52-yard
It was caught, but it was short. They had a timeout, right? They had one timeout. They were 2 yards and 2 seconds short of trying to punch this in for the win. 13-7, your final. I mean, that's the difference. That's the sack difference right there.
For Tom Jackson saying so long. See you next game right here on ESPN.
Unbelievable finish there. The Chiefs are going to move on to the AFC title game. Who will they play? Will it be the Patriots? Will it be the Titans? Let's find out now. I can't believe the way that game just went. Like, could you... Oh, man. I kind of wish that they had made it. Like, they were not consistent in moving the football for, like, all of the game, basically. But they had just enough offense to heave it. They had enough offense to get it to a point where they could heave it down the field and steal a win. But unfortunately, they come up short. And Kansas City awaits the winner of Titans Patriots.
The Patriots fans have packed the stadium, and the noise in
we
here
will head to a winter wonderland here in New England.
On the field, these players are in for a wild game.
A couple of teams that are in a transitional period here in the current day.
Look for receivers to take advantage of cutting on defenders.
They've been pretty consistent playoff appearers over the last few years. Obviously, New England had a run of 20 years where they were basically good every year. But
I understand that these teams were scrapping in the tunnel, so there should be no shortage of physical play today.
Tennessee has been with Tannehill and
10 at the 25-yard line.
What's his name? I can see his face. Derrick Henry. Well, I can't see his face. I can see his NCAA 12 cover.
They lost a few yards on that play.
Chris, that's the best way to kill a drive. Stuff the run.
So the first play of the game goes for a loss of 6. This is what you would anticipate seeing in the snow, is a lot of running. But that's not always a guarantee. Here we go with a play action pass. Somehow didn't get sacked. That felt like such a good opportunity for the game's very large hitboxes to cause absolute chaos in the backfield. But somehow the quarterback able to stay on his feet. Testaverde, I want to say. They're going to run the Hail Mary play. Oh my goodness.
The quarterback looks to pass.
All right. And it's caught. What?
Caught for the first down. A 55-yard pass to McGarrett.
55-yard pass. Excuse me? You're running that on a 3rd and 16 in the first quarter? This game is so weird. And finds a receiver.
First down and 10 to go. 4 down linemen on D.
64. 64.
Testaverde.
Quick pass to the outside. Caught and dropped. It'll probably be a loss of 2 on the play. We saw a similar play in the previous game. Actually, give him just a loss of 1. 2nd down and 11. From the 26-yard line.
Handoff. No, it's a pass.
Play action pass, and he finds a nice completion down by the 5-yard line. Didn't get a name on that. Okay, I was waiting for the stat line to pop up, and it didn't. So he was down at the 6.
Pass play.
Testaverde with a little float pass over the middle. Excellent defensive drive there by number 91 as we take a look at the offensive line. The backs and receivers include Eric Molds, Terrence Matthews.
At the 6-yard line.
Hands the ball off, trying the right side, and that is typically what we see when it gets blocked up there on either side of the line, and it's just a cluster of like 5 or 6 people. That's usually what happens, not what Warwick Dunn did in the previous game. 3rd down and goal. Testaverde finds a completion in the end zone, and that is a quick 6 for Tennessee. Just a couple minutes off the clock there, as opposed to the 4-minute drive that we saw Kansas City walk away with a field goal to cap it.
The extra point attempt by Longwell.
And just got past the line, or the goal line there. Kick is up, kick is good.
That's his first extra
Tennessee.
point today.
7-0. From inside the 5 up to the 20 to the 24-yard line. Solid run back there. I guess probably a pretty more of a pretty average run back. It's 1st down and 10. Handoff, right side, big burst, off that right side, and Tyrone Wheatley with a good carry to start things off. 11 yards on the run.
This could be a long day for the defense if they can't slow this guy down.
Doug Flutie, I believe, the quarterback. Ooh, it's a quick pass. Looked like they were going for... It wasn't a screen. It couldn't possibly have been a screen. Maybe just like a delayed release there. Stay into block, see if you can pick anything up. If not, release to the flat, see if you can provide an easy completion. Instead, the timing thrown off by the defensive line of the Tennessee Titans. Pitch to the outside. We'll gain a couple. 3rd and 7.
3rd and 7 at the 37-yard line.
Kansas City does have home field advantage throughout the playoffs, if I remember correctly. Nice completion out past the 45. And that is a fresh set of downs for the New England Patriots. So whoever wins is going to Kansas City.
1st and 10.
And I think it's the Rams that have home field in the NFC. Oh, wow. What in the world? Just never bothered to turn up field.
Impressive right there, closing off the running backs options.
2nd down and 13. Flutie, oh, the defender got in the way. Hit him right in the back.
Third and 13 at the 44-yard line. D sets up against the pass. Flutie drops back.
Flutie, short pass over the middle. It's incomplete.
The punting unit comes on the
I
field.
guess maybe a medium pass over the middle. Not a great play design on 4th down and 13. Pope is going to come out to punt the ball away. They're going to give it back to a Tennessee team that looked, I would say, okay. Typically those kinds of, like the Hail Mary rollout, doesn't usually work that well. I know we've seen 3 completions using that play today. I understand that. But especially when they run it on a really odd down and distance, like,
First and 10
or a really
at the
odd spot, like a
16-yard
3rd
line.
and 16 at that stage in the game. Usually it ends up in a sack and a big loss at that. But they're able to turn it into a touchdown. They'll run the ball left side. Find a few yards, 2nd down and 7 from the 20.
2nd and 7. Far formation for Tennessee.
Go 11. Go 11. Set. Cut.
Testaverde drops back.
Testaverde, nice throw out to the right side. He'll get up past the 40-yard line.
2-yard pass by Testaverde.
Eric Moles is one of the few receivers that can catch 100-plus balls in a season.
First down and 10 to go.
If I open my window, I get a taste of the
Tennessee.
crispy winter weather. Looks like it's about 29 degrees outside at this point.
3-yard reception by Matthews.
Got our first little taste of snow the other day. Second down and 7.
to go.
After the 3-yard gain from the 46-yard line. Could be the final play of the first quarter.
Quick drop.
And then, of course, as soon as I said that, they threw the ball, and I was like, well, if it's an incomplete pass. Molds, though, comes up with a reception. It'll be 1st and 10 inside Patriots territory. When we come back from this quarter, change 7-0
Patriots, nothing.
for the Tennessee Titans.
First down and 10 to go. Roll back to the strong side. Receiver in the slot for the O. The pitch to Jones. Nowhere to run. They lost a few yards on that play.
A Pro Bowl caliber linebacker, Jesse Armstead's level of play is only going to bring headaches.
Throw a little Mountain Dew ad there between the quarters. While the teams switch sides of the field, have a do.
Testaverde.
That is a screenplay.
Brought down by Diggs.
But because this game doesn't seem to understand the concepts of football, the screenplays are maybe the most bizarre of all of the plays. We've seen a lot of plays that have been bizarre. The pitches, the stretches, the tosses like that. They've run that play pretty frequently, which is weird. That was in like week number 1. It's like, what the heck is happening? Anyway, the screens are the most bizarre play that we see because it's almost never run correctly. That was a 3rd down and 10, and that means that the punting unit will come out with the incomplete pass. So some interesting and kind of weird play calls for this Tennessee Titans team. Probably looking for that excitement on the 3rd and 16 conversion from earlier, but instead it doesn't really work. Pitch to the outside for the Patriots doesn't work. Not really surprised at that at all. Surprised that it's only a loss of 2 rather than a loss of 6 or more. But it is 2nd down and 12.
Blue 33. Blue 33. Set. Cut.
It's a run.
That's a nice run. Nice.
Stop by Clemens.
I'll give him, 7 on that, so it'll likely be a 3rd down and 5.
3rd down and 5 for the first. Lone runner.
Good vision there to see where the gap was. Do the Patriots run it again? 3-man front for the Titans. They only rush 3. That's a screen play out to the flat. It's a nice gain all the way up to the 35-yard line.
That's his first pass reception today.
And it's not that that play was run particularly well, because now we've seen that screen play twice, run once by each team, and both times the running backs way out in front of the linemen out supposed to be defending them. There's a nice find to the flat again. Wheatley is getting all kinds of yardage here. 2 catches, 30 yards, averaging 15 yards. That one goes for 13. And a terrific gain to the 48-yard line.
The Patriots
High
send
formation.
a
They're going to
motion.
shift from the bottom to the top side of your screen.
The quarterback looks to pass.
Oh, that should have been picked. That should have been
As
picked.
we
That
go
was...
inside the
wow.
numbers. Interesting stats so far, Tom.
The offense have been pretty conservative
30 yards on that
in
short
their
left
passing
coming on
attack.
those 2 consecutive plays. The screen, that was an excellent call because Tennessee only rushed 3. And then you have the swing pass.
Draw play.
A nice draw. Wheatley again getting a touch.
By Brown.
4 carries with 21 yards along of 11. That 5-yard carry sets up third and very manageable. Again, Tennessee only sending 3 down linemen out there.
For New England.
It's a quick pass to the outside, but number 33 can't get there to set up the block. He'll be dropped at the 50, and that's a good job by the Tennessee defense to get off the field.
Pope.
2-yard loss sets up 4th and 7. So if they bring that stat sheet up again, you'll see that it's short to the right, and it'll be negative 2 yards.
A first down.
Good coverage there.
Under 2 minutes
First
to go in
and
the
10
half.
from the 15.
The Titans put a man in the slot.
Under 2 minutes to go here in the second quarter. I didn't even take
Nice
take
job
account
play
of
calling.
or take that into
They set
account.
up that play nicely.
A nice
Have the
7-yard gain
defense
to get
off
things
balance.
going.
2nd and 3 at the 22-yard line.
This is like one of the peskiest coughs I've had in recent memory. My goodness.
Handoff to
That's a
Jones.
nice run up past the 30 to the 32. A little surprised to see the run game, but I do like just kind of picking up a first down. First down is kind of what we hear commentators talk about on drives like this. Get the first down, then go.
Testaverde.
Testaverde to the outside, wide open, and that is going to be 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Tennessee. Monster play. I believe that's Eric Molds on the reception. A little one-handed snag goes the
Great move by
distance.
the receiver and
70
perfect
yards.
placement of the ball by the quarterback.
The passing game has been surprisingly important for the Tennessee Titans in this snowy Foxborough weather.
The point attempt.
Ryan Longwell. But they did leave a minute and 12 seconds on the clock for the New England Patriots. Tennessee had the ball first, so New England's right in the same spot that Oakland was in the previous game. Down 2 scores,
That'll be
a
2
good
extra
opportunity
points
for the
today.
double dip. Get some points before the half. Get some points after the half. You can either cut this to a 4-point game. Maybe if you're bold, as he gets up to the 25-yard line,
By Sauer.
say you kick a field goal here. Why not go for 2 on a subsequent touchdown to cut it down to a 3-point game? I think it's worth thinking about.
Quarterback drops back.
Flutie, though, is going to find
Now this
number
offense is showing what it can
84
do
there,
through the air.
Sean Dawkins, for 14.
First and 10
10, just short of the
39-yard
40.
line. 3 receivers set for New England. Flutie drops back.
Flutie, another deep pass. He's going left side, but he finds a Tennessee Titan instead.
Tennessee ball.
What does Tennessee do here? 45 seconds for them.
The pitch to Jones.
I'm going to go with a pitch to the outside. Tackled.
Fouls him at the
No gain. Maybe a
32-yard
loss of... Oh, they're going to give him a gain of 3. Wow, my goodness. I am so used to that type of play going for, like, big negative yards that I assume that when they get 2 or 3 yards to the positive side, it's just fewer negative yards.
line. 3rd down and 8 for the first.
Tag him with a loss on that. And we might...
Testaverde looking to throw.
Oh, wow. A nice find over the middle. I was going to say we might see the rollout play, but then I realized that the formation was not correct. First down and 10, Tennessee. Testaverde takes a snap, and they're going to go with a draw play. He just ran right out of bounds.
2nd and 12.
This game's clock management is at times awe-inspiring and infuriating.
Testaverde looks downfield.
Testaverde, another catch as they'll take a timeout. It's their second timeout of the day. or of the half, excuse me. From the 36-yard line. 13 seconds to go. Testaverde again drops back, floats it inside the 25-yard line at the 24. I don't think you can't have a completion here in the middle of the field. You're out of timeouts.
Pass play.
That's a good incompletion. That's a really good incompletion. I don't think he's going to get out of bounds. This is the correct call. Send in Longwell. And you can extend this to a 3-score lead. Kick is up and kick is good. So a 17-point explosion for Tennessee here in the first half, and they lead by 3 scores.
Here's the kick.
Come on, throw it. You just got to hold out with me for another 2.5 games.
At halftime,
Let's see. Where is there's my razor camera. 2 for 4 and 3 for 4 on the third down conversions. 240 yards
number 83,
for the Tennessee offense. That's a lot. That is so many yards. The kick is away.
Getting the momentum going for your team in the second half is critical.
Up to the 20 to the 23-yard line. This is a must-score drive for the New England Patriots. They have to come away with something. It's a 3-score game. Field goal is fine. It's obviously not ideal. But I think you have to come away with points on this drive. Get into a rhythm. Hopefully your defense made some good adjustments in the locker room. Come out, get a stop. Oh, that was nearly intercepted. Again, the catching, if it was better. A lot of picks going back to the house. 3rd and 10. Flutie. Oh, he had it in his hands, but the hit jarred it loose. Pretty disastrous start for the New England Patriots. They go 3 and out, and it takes 13 seconds. Probably not even that long because they had a kick return. That's like a 6-7 second drive maybe. Tennessee will return it up to the 50.
1st and 10.
First and 10, pitch outside. That one's going to get dropped for a loss of 6. Or going to go for a loss of 6, I should say. They'll call it a loss of 5. Fine. 2nd down and 15. Another pitch to the outside. Another massive loss. Oof. I mean, this is a terrific drive for the Patriots defense. They're going to help their offense out with a little bit of field position here. 13-yard loss between the 2 plays. Testaverde, nice. That's a terrific deflection. Defense. Dang it. I knew I was going to say it wrong, and I tried to correct it, and I didn't. 4th down and 23. It's a worse drive, surprisingly, for the Tennessee Titans than the New England Patriots, and neither of them were good. Tries to make the stutter step and gets clobbered with the shoulder. 1st and 10. 28-yard line. All right, Tennessee, or New England, your defense stepped up. You have to come through with some offense here. Flutie going for the big shot down the field. It's a one-on-one contested catch, but nobody makes it. 2nd down and 10 from the 28. That's a nice catch right around the 1st down marker. And it looks like they'll give him 9 of the 10 needed. So 3rd down and short. Patriots just have to run this ball. Pitch to the outside. He makes the first man miss. He's going to be close. It's going to be real close. They're going to give it to the defense. It is 4th down and short. It was a really good effort. It was going for probably about a loss of 4 there. Made a nice move to get out of his grasp, but could not pick up the yardage needed. And the ball will go back to the Tennessee Titans as both drives for the Patriots stall out early in the second half.
1st and 10.
From the 27.
Receiver in the slot.
I think that was where the Patriots were at, so just kind of punting it back to the same spot, back and forth.
They'll keep it on the
1st
ground.
and 10, left side. Tries to find some room. Nothing
At the
Nothing there
27-yard
for him.
line.
Well blocked up by the New England Patriots defense, or clogged up, I should say.
The D
2nd down and 9.
shows 4-3.
Goal 22. Goal 22. Set.
Play action pass. Overthrows his intended target. And it's quickly 3rd down and 9. Unfortunately for me, this quarter is going by very slowly. Testaverde misses everybody. And this is where, especially on the Tennessee side, you want to just see them run the ball. You have a 3-score lead. Your defense is playing well. Just feed the backs. It doesn't even matter if you get yards. Every time you can burn 40 seconds off the clock. You can burn, it's 2 minutes? You burn 2 minutes every time. You get 3 defensive stops, this game is over.
4 down linemen on D.
And not quite that much, but you get the gist.
Flutie looks downfield. Knocked down by Fair.
Good aggression by the New England Patriots, but the defense plays it better.
Really gotta jump on that ball.
Deflects the pass, and it is 2nd down and 10. Flutie again throws the ball and again overthrows everybody. I think the next time you see Tennessee get the ball, they will likely start to work on running the clock out. Flutie again back to throw, and this time he finally finds a completion up to the 48. They're in Tennessee territory. Every one of these drives has been must-score territory, right? Oh, no. I couldn't even finish the sentence. Come on. What are you doing? I'll go with a run to the fullback, up to the 50. I just don't think New England's going to have enough time. What else happened in the wide world of sports today? Or the wide world of sport.
2nd and 6 at the 50-yard line. The D shows 4-3.
Philadelphia Eagles defeat the Kansas City Chiefs 21-17. Boy, Philadelphia is pretty good, huh? In Kansas City, 9-1. Whew. Oh, I did see that Nikola Jokic got ejected today.
3rd down and 10 for the 1st.
Some basketball going on. Purdue beat Gonzaga. They had that on at the local theater was playing that. Free admission, which is pretty cool. I wonder how those do. I'd kind of like to go to one, just because I think it'd be kind of fun. An interesting environment to watch a basketball game. I didn't realize they played so early. They're playing over in, I think, Hawaii, I want to say, for one of those early season tournaments. But they fell to Purdue today. It looks like they play Syracuse in the morning, so that's interesting. I bet they'll have that. I don't know if they'll have that one on. It looked like it was really early in the morning, but you never know.
Punt rolls out of bounds. They'll take over at that spot. The Patriots send a man in motion. Flutie looking to throw. Let's go inside the numbers. Tommy, what do you think of the game so far?
The offense have been pretty conservative in their passing attack.
There it is. There's the -2. We saw the -2.
The quarterback looks to pass. The defender gets a hand on it. Incomplete. That's his first pass defended today.
The DB got a great jump on that ball.
Set. Cut.
Pass play. Knocked down. Incompletion. That's his second pass.
3 seconds to go here in the third quarter.
Lucky to get that
Fourth
one
down
back.
and 10. This New England offense just has not been able to do anything in this game with any sort of consistency to
At the end
make
of the
this a
third
competitive
quarter, the
matchup.
Titans lead by 17.
So Tennessee, Kansas City coming away in the
First and
AFC
10.
Championship next week.
Set.
We'll have a couple more rivalry games coming up for you here today.
Keep it on the ground.
That's
Tackled
right.
by
The
Armstead.
Rams and the
That's his fifth tackle
Falcons
today.
qualifies as an NFC West rivalry. I don't think I never paid attention to it when I was like a much younger kid, because I didn't even realize that was how the conference was set up, or how the divisions were set up.
Second and 9
For
at the
I think probably till I
38-yard
started
line.
like doing the series.
He shows a
Maybe a little sooner with the Packers and the Buccaneers or whatever, but
It's a run.
yeah, that NFC West is the most bizarre division
Fifth tackle today.
because it doesn't make any sense. There's one team is on the West Coast, and that is the San Francisco 49ers. But the Carolina Panthers are in the NFC West? Like what? Hello? Third down and
Third down
6.
and 6 for the first.
So the poor San Francisco 49ers had to travel all the way across the country every single year for a divisional matchup.
To the line of scrimmage.
That's a nice run off the right side.
First down.
Thomas
Now it's not
Jones
too bad. All the
he gets the blocking in front of him.
furthest east team of the NFC West at this point is now the Arizona Cardinals. It was St. Louis, but they moved to LA, where it seems like every week they play an away game.
First down and 10 to go. The D shows a 4-3. Testaverde with the play fake. Caught by Jones.
Thomas Jones is a tough back, one that has all the tools.
Oddly enough, kind of a good time for a methodical Tennessee Titans drive here to burn this fourth quarter down. It is too bad there is not any sort of variant to like a super sim
At the
situation.
8-yard line.
Set.
Gonna run it.
First and goal, left side.
A 1-yard
Nothing.
run by Jones.
Should be able to take it down to the 2-minute warning. We'll see if they actually manage to do that. They usually snap it with about 10 seconds left on the clock, so don't always do a good job at making sure that they're using the clock as effectively, but they at least are making sure that they use the clock in some capacity, so I shouldn't be too upset.
Second and goal.
While we're
at
hanging
the
out,
7-yard
always a
line.
good opportunity to check and make sure you have subscribed to the channel if you want more. Tuesdays are random rosters. Coming up later tonight, we got Cougars baseball, 6 p.m. Pacific time. Tomorrow we'll be checking out Worldless, a demo that I very much enjoyed. I'm excited to jump into the full game. Thursday should be a special episode of Taste Test. And then be sure to check twitch.tv/ShaunosaurusRex for a special stream happening over on the channel that day. So I think they do manage to take it down to the 2-minute warning, so that's exciting.
Armstead is one
I
of
got
the
a little
many talented
distracted with my
linebackers
speech
out of
there.
Miami, now starring in the NFL.
I should be able to take this under a minute. Third and goal. No reason to throw it. Please don't throw it. Oh, dear God, game, please. I think I might actually need to go find a copy of NFL Fever.
Third and goal at
2004.
the 9-yard line.
I will make sure to look. I don't need multiple copies of that video game.
Downfield. He
Well, they
scored.
didn't have to do that. It's a touchdown for Tennessee that I wish they hadn't scored because they could have burned at least another
Boom, the receiver showed a real nose
like
for the end zone.
minute.
Good thing, too. He's on my fantasy team this week.
Here's the extra point attempt.
Longwell on the field for the extra point. His third of the day is up and good.
That's his third extra
And it
point
is
in this
24-0. What a dominant game from Tennessee.
Brought down by Mobley. 1st and 10.
Red 64. Red 64. Set.
He gives the ball to
Oh.
Wheaton. Tackled by Fair.
Oh, they've quit. Yay!
Wheaton
Thank you,
gets
New
the first
England.
down.
I really appreciate it.
Blockers on that
Tennessee
play.
really didn't have to score that
Always
third
does a great
touchdown, but
job keeping his feet
I
moving,
appreciate it.
staying
You're
low,
done
and making
too.
the second effort count for some extra yardage.
Now, maybe they're not as done as I thought they were. It's a very surprising thing to see them run on a 1st and 10 down 4 scores, excuse me. Technically 3 scores with 3 2-point conversions, but this game's over.
Checks in as the H-back.
And it's been over for a while.
Flutie looking to
Flutie,
throw.
deep down the left side, can't come up with the completion. Vinny Testaverde, your player of the game, with 3 touchdowns and 267 yards through the air.
True professional.
3rd down and 5.
Flutie, quick drop.
Catch right at the sticks.
First down and 10 to go. Near formation in the backfield. Gonna run it. Runs right. That's his 5th tackle today. Second and 8 at the 44-yard line. That's the game. The Tennessee Titans advance to the AFC Championship game. So, this is
All right,
Chris
there
Berman
you go.
for Todd
Tennessee
Johnson
24,
saying
New
so
England
long.
0.
See you next game right here on ESPN.
There you go. There's not a whole lot to talk about with that game. It's going to be very interesting to see Tennessee take on Kansas City next week. Tennessee looked like the best of those 4 teams. The most complete team. Kansas City looked good. The Raiders' defense was so good. It's almost like the complete Tennessee team looked good, and then like the Raiders' defense was like the second best. Kansas City's offense was good, but they just couldn't overcome the obstacle in a consistent manner. Anyway, we're going to St. Louis to check on the Rams, or check out, I should say. The Rams taking on the Falcons in an NFC West rivalry renewed for the 3rd time this year. Winner to the NFC Championship game. Rams, I believe, have home field advantage. So if they win,
Welcome to the playoff
Will
game
be-
between the St. Louis
it'll be
Rams and the Atlanta
St. Louis,
Falcons.
Missouri, and
Good
Kansas
evening,
City,
everyone.
Missouri.
I'm Chris Berman here with
Is that
Tim
right?
Jackson. Tommy, what
Would it
kinds of
literally be
things
the
are you expecting
2
to
in the
see this
same
game?
state?
The Rams fans have packed the stadium.
That is
and
wild.
the noise in
That is a
here
wild
deafening.
thing to think about.
Only one team can advance from this game, and both teams will be
I guess
holding
maybe the
nothing
most
back.
important part is the fact that they think they need 2 teams in like that area. But hey, I guess if you can make taxpayers pay for a stadium, why
Ferguson
not?
back to receive the kick.
You shouldn't be making taxpayers pay for your stadium. You're rich enough to own a professional sports franchise. You shouldn't need a cent from taxpayers. You pay for it.
When the ball is first kicked off.
I don't get a tax rebate going like, hey, you live in the city, you paid for the stadium, and they share the wealth. No, they don't. And before you even start. But they'll increase the jobs. That's not a guarantee.
Incomplete.
Not a guarantee. There will be jobs to work at the stadium. They'll increase business around. That's counting on people that you
Second
can't
down
count
and
on.
10 to go.
Counting on a person that probably doesn't really care about the area to provide a competitive sports team that will draw fans. Anyway, the St. Louis stadium situation, it makes me so salty. Like, it just makes me so irritated. When St. Louis left, they owed $30 million. Like, the taxpayers owed $30 million on this stadium that isn't being used for what it was, I'm sure, pitched for. I know they get, like, Monster Jam and, like, other things happen. It's not just a football stadium. But I'm sure that when they were like, hey, we'd like to build this new stadium, I'm sure the NFL was the reason. Anyway. It's second down to 12.
Second and 12. Three receivers set for the Falcons. Banks with a quick drop. There's an injured player, Tom.
Oh, that is huge.
A shot to the ribs, Tom.
That is huge. Atlanta's quarterback gets injured and immediately a false start.
On number 70, offense.
Wow. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Third down.
False starts are mental mistakes that just drive coaches nuts.
Third down and 17 for the first. Gilbert looking to throw.
Chris, he had the ball the whole way till the defender got there.
Royal back to punt.
I don't want to be... Oh, my goodness. Hello? I only made it through half the video. We have 2 more games. Vocals, please. I was going to say, I don't want to be dramatic, but I think that Mountain Dew saved my life.
Stop at the 40-yard line. A report from the locker room is a pulled rib muscle by Banks. He should be out 2 to 4 weeks.
Oh, no.
Send a man in motion.
This is the team Green Bay lost to, and they lose their quarterback for 2 to 4 weeks in the opening drive of the game. So it's going to be the backup the rest of the way for Atlanta.
Great timing between the quarterback and receiver.
I think this is a good opportunity for St. Louis to be aggressive. Try to get some points on the board. Force Atlanta into predictable situations. Aggressive offensively, aggressive defensively. Tiki Barber first catch of the day. 2 yards.
Second and 7 at the 44-yard line. Collins looks downfield. Tackled.
Nice grab by Barber. Second catch of the day. That one goes for 8 and picks up the first down.
The quarterback looks to pass. Tripped up by the defender. A 6-yard pass by Collins.
You know, Chris, this quarterback said he had a great week of practice, but he can't.
So a 6-yard gain sets up second down and 4. Short pass, it's intercepted. Maybe we wouldn't see as many. It always looks like it's such a clear, like, going to be a grab and run. Maybe it wouldn't be such a clear, like, interception touchdown situation. But still a great snag regardless.
Looks like play action. Falk in traffic.
Boomer, that's frustrating.
Marshall Falk with a really nice catch in double coverage. Picks up 8 and sets up a second down and 2. I'd like to see Atlanta shift their playbook around a little bit, try to be a little more conservative, run the ball.
Fakes the handoff. Richardson across.
Oh, wow. Okay, never mind. I'm an idiot.
17-yard reception.
What am I talking about?
Chris, the receiver had to be careful not to lose.
This is a good example, though, that we've had a couple of teams. I think Cincinnati and Indianapolis are probably the best examples of teams that run a very specific type of offense that just never altered. They didn't have the quarterback to run the system that they wanted, and the game just doesn't, like, adapt at all.
First down. Great use of blockers on that play.
The offense has to like what it sees.
So first down and 10.
Run stopping ability.
Pitch outside. Dunn gets drilled behind the line.
He lost a few yards
Back
on
to the
that.
35-yard line. Anthony Jordan with his first tackle. Second and 15.
Must have missed the call.
Play action pass, and he'll throw it far side. That's a really nice completion. Long throw for a solid gain. 3rd and 5.
Is that he seems relaxed.
The quarterback looks to pass.
Oh, that should have been a completion off the hands and incomplete. So instead of most likely a first down, it's going to be a field goal try from what, 30 or 40? It's a nice kick, and it is up and good. Atlanta 3, St. Louis nothing. Could be looking at a real credit to the coaching staff of the Atlanta Falcons to be able to come into a game, lose your quarterback, and still try to find a way to win.
Stop by Woodall.
I think on the St. Louis side, this really feels like should be the opportunity to go for it. St. Louis, the better team as well. They beat the Falcons in the NFC West. They won the NFC West. Number 1 seed overall in the NFC. I think they might have actually had the best record overall.
You know, Chris,
They had it for a while, but I think they stumbled a little bit toward the end of the season. Oh, Kansas City actually had the better record, 11-5. Never mind. And the Patriots tied them at 10-6. Nice find. Barber, 5 catches for 31 yards. I don't think that's really the game plan that you want to work with, especially this era of Rams. This was greatest show on turf Rams. Big plays down the field, and they're going for short dump-offs to Tiki Barber, who just keeps getting fed. That's not him. That's number 22. He'll get 1 catch, no yards, but somehow a yard after the catch.
2nd down and 9 to go. Lone runner in the backfield.
Hello?
Time expired before the snap.
So that will do it for quarter number 1. An efficient first quarter. The Falcons find themselves down 1 quarterback, but up 3 points on the scoreboard. 2nd down and 9 after the 0-yard catch that was a 1-yard catch. 0 yards on the stat sheet, 1 yard on the down and distance. What?
Pitch out. Takes it outside.
Actually wasn't blocked terribly. It's a no gain. I think maybe you try to bounce it to the outside, cut it inside. Didn't really work there. 3rd down and 9. Collins finds a receiver who went back and then back across the first down marker. This game is not afraid to give the most stringent of spots on the ball. So being able to get back past that first down marker, big deal. Collins with a quick drop and a quick throw. Again, near side. Finds a completion for 7. Ray Crockett, 2nd tackle of the day. And it is indeed a catch of 7 yards. They'll be in Falcons territory for the first time today with a 2nd down and 3. 1 minute gone in quarter number 2. Collins, a nice throw to the outside. Accurate completion inside the 40 for a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. 4 down linemen on D. Collins drops back.
Collins again trying the right side, but Ray Crockett again making his presence felt, this time with the pass defense, to go with his 3 tackles on the day. There's a draw play, but the Atlanta defense is all over it. Darrell Russell, absolute beast to get in the backfield, drop him for a loss of 3, and set up a 3rd and 13. Collins throws, and he finds a completion, a nice catch in traffic, down right around the red zone, at the 20-yard line at least. And that is a Was that a 25-yard gain or so?
First down and 10 to go.
Either way, 1st and 10. Excellent opportunity for St. Louis to drive down the field and respond. Collins, ooh, that hit the defender. He's already thrown an interception in this game, and that was a dangerous pass, double coverage at least. As we take a look at the backs and receivers for the New York Giants. Collins. Another catch for Barber. Oh, and Mo Lewis appears to be injured. That is not good for the Atlanta Falcons.
This injury proves to be serious. It will be a real blow.
3rd and 4. Going with a draw play. It works. It was blown up the first time, but Damian Shelton comes through and explodes off the right side of the line. Big gain all the way down to the 2-yard line. St. Louis on the doorstep as we approach the 2-minute warning here in quarter number 2. That is a throw. Quick completion into the end zone for 6. St. Louis responds with a touchdown. 6-3, extra point pending. That's a great drive by Collins all the way down the field into the end zone. Didn't let the interception bother him. And they're looking to take a 4-point lead here with John Casey, 10th year out of Georgia. There's the kick. It's up and good. Do I need to fix my settings? Why does it sound... All of the music sounds so dangerously copywritten. But every one of them, when you listen to them like a little bit deeper, which you can't because I'm talking over them out of fear of copyright problems. They're like supposed to be songs that are popular and recognizable, but they're just off.
Broken thumb by Lewis.
Ooh.
He's out for 1 to 3 weeks.
1 to 3 weeks for Mo Lewis. He would theoretically be able to return for the Super Bowl. If the injury heals okay, or if they can maybe figure out a way to tape it up. I don't know that they have like that technology in 2001, but who knows? Marshall Falk, 3rd carry of the day. That one goes for 7 and gets us to the 2-minute warning. 2nd down and 3.
Pass play. Just can't reel it in.
Oh, that's got to be a catch. That has to be a catch. Like you're so open. It's a great route by you. Complete the process.
Pass play.
That's a great job on the receiver there. Wesley Walls. Are you listening?
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
You found that reception. That album wasn't even out yet. That band did not exist. That's wild to think about. Also makes me feel kind of old. That album turns 20 years old next year. Ugh. Ugh. I was listening to that when I was like 15. I was a little late to it. I think for as much as credit as like I would give Emery's The Week's End or Me Without You's Catch for Us the Foxes, I think the more like 20-year album would be Reliant K's Mm-hmm. That one I was listening to when it came out, as opposed to The Week's End or Catch for Us the Foxes or No Certain Nihilism Is Not Practical, which were a couple years down the line. Not too far off, but not right there. I think maybe the earliest I would have had of that batch of like 2004 like influential albums would have been They're Only Chasing Safety, and that still would have been probably 2005
at the 21-yard line.
Maybe, because I think the other album that would, because I had a choice. I was like, do I buy
1st and 10
Super Chicks,
21-yard line.
Beauty from Pain, or do I buy They're Only Chasing Safety? And I bought Beauty from Pain. I think that one was 2005. Anyway. Wow. St. Louis, 20, 10, 5, touchdown. And the Rams are up 10 with 52 seconds to go here. And one ramble later, we see This is what Tennessee did to New England as well. Just a big play. Very similar pattern. Not a great angle taken there. And no one is going to catch that man. Too much speed. Those pylons are really short, by the way.
The Rams line up
I've never noticed it. I don't think it's ever mattered, but I did batter on that play. Just noticed it. Very short pylons. Look like kind of a wonky kick, but still fine. 14-3, and how the turntables have turned here in St. Louis. They were down by 3, 2 unanswered touchdowns. And this is where I thought St. Louis would be in such good position if they were to be really aggressive offensively. It's an 11-point game. Atlanta probably needs to come up with some points here. Going to go with the draw play. Ooh, big wrestling tackle. He threw him over the shoulder and then was like, hold on, timeout, timeout. Did he hit yet? Timeout, timeout, timeout. 2nd down and 3. Pitch outside. Nice job to get out of bounds, Marshall Faulk. San Diego State, interesting. I probably have seen that before, but just never registered it. I don't know how many Falcons games we've had on the channel. It did feel like we had more, and I think this is typically how it goes. The AFC seems to be, because it has the AFC Central and the AFC North, which is always the most chaotic division every single year. I say that without being dramatic. That division, every flippin' year, has 4 teams fighting for 2 spots every year. So we do end up, it does feel like we end up watching more AFC-centered football rather than the NFC side. Because that one tends to be what it was this year, which was it kind of cemented a group of teams. And then as the final weeks kind of wore on, very quickly, it was like, okay, there are going to be 9 teams fighting for the 6 spots. But the 3 teams that are like the least likely to get in are kind of far behind and they need a lot of help. And this game doesn't give you enough information. And sometimes like Madden doesn't even really give the most information of like, okay, what's going to be the tiebreaker here and that sort of thing. So because the AFC tends to be tighter, we don't get to see NFC teams, which is where Marshall Faulk played. And this is the game that has shown the college like at all. This is the 5th season we've done this. This is the only one that does the college that they're from. 2nd and 2, by the way, after the 8-yard gain. Well, we got to turn that upfield, pick up a few more yards. Still good clock management to get out of bounds. 16 seconds to go. They're back in Falcons territory. And that injury is dooming Atlanta. They have 2 pretty big injuries. Quarterback, and when we've had Mo Lewis has been like a familiar face throughout, familiar face and familiar name throughout the 5 seasons we've done this. That's a big loss for the Atlanta Falcons.
Pass deflected, incomplete. That's his first pass defended today.
Throwing the ball there was a rookie-type mistake.
That was the cough we're looking for. It's one of those big coughs that's just like, that's the good. All right, 2nd down and 10. Overthrew everybody. They should be able to come away with a field goal here, and that's what they'll do with 5 seconds to go. They can take a 17-3 lead, and they'll do that by scoring 17 unanswered. Just kidding, they missed it. Just hooked it wide left. Wow.
Looks downfield. It's caught.
It's an unfortunate time to come up with a completed pass. Pads the stats a little bit, but that is not what you're looking for right at the end of the half. So that will take us to half. 11-point lead here for the St. Louis Rams. I believe they're going to get the ball back first. They have doubled the yards and more of the Atlanta Falcons with 223. They're perfect. 3 for 3 on 3rd down.
Simmons back to receive the kick. We're underway.
These teams are happy that
from the 5.
And they now will
Up to the 20, 25-yard line.
For the second half.
First and 10.
First and 10 from the 24. We'll see what this St. Louis Rams team wants to do. They're not up 3 scores, so I would anticipate that they'll still be pretty aggressive. They're not going to just start. I mean, obviously, it's just the start of the third quarter, but even when we got to Tennessee with about 2 minutes to go in the third quarter, that's usually,
27-yard line.
pardon me, that's usually where they start to milk that clock. I don't know that St. Louis is going to do that until we get into the fourth quarter. But a big play could help. That's a really important defensive play there by Buckley.
A good play. Instead of going
Piling up the stat line there. 3rd down and 7. Collins to the outside. That's a really nice snag on the sideline. It's going to set up 1st down and 10. Going to go run left side, but he'll get blown up in the backfield. Probably a loss of 1, maybe 2. And I'll actually just give him a loss of 1. 2nd down and 11.
Down and 11 to go. Pitch to Barber.
Pitch to the outside. Barber going to try and find some room, but nowhere to go. Ray Crockett all over that one. And that's a 5-yard loss, so looked like St. Louis was maybe going to get into a rhythm throwing the ball. Try to put a dagger in this Falcons team, but a good couple of plays there. A good 3rd play to get them off the field. A loss of 1, a loss of 5, an incomplete pass. The Rams are punting. This is Atlanta's time. Make some adjustments offensively. Maybe try to lean on the running game a little bit. Find some easy completions. I'm giving this game way too much credit. It's not going to do any of that. 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line. Offset I formation.
The Falcons send a man in motion. Gilbert looking to throw.
It's a nice completion out near midfield. It'll be marked down to about the 47, maybe 48-yard line.
1st down and
they'll split the difference, 47.5-yard line. Offset I formation, drops back, short drop. Nice find as he gets plastered by the defender on the catch. Good strength and concentration to hold on to that one. And it's 1st and 10 in Rams territory just like that from the 37-yard line. Quick pass. Tackle immediately. Not sure if that was... I think because it went to an actual receiver, it was probably just one of those quick passes we've seen interceptions on. Play action pass, overthrows everybody. And just like that, 3rd and 11. A loss of 1, incompletion, 3rd 11. Bam, bam, bam. Dilfer. The defender was right there. They are going to punt this ball away. I mean, it's a 52-yard attempt from here. I think maybe you try it, but maybe play the field position game, feeling good about your defense. Official gets absolutely destroyed on the sideline. And it's 1st down and 10. Collins out to the flat. And gets up the field there. 2nd and 7 coming up. 2nd and 6. He said a 3-yard pass. I was listening. For once I was paying attention to you, Chris Berman. And you let me down. Oh, hold on. That was the wrong thing. I meant to mute the microphone because I was going to cough. Hold on. What happens when I go? Oh, you might kind of be able to hear. I'm glad that I was looking at that thing because I was about to go big old efforted cough there. 2:03 to go here. 3rd and 6. Incomplete pass. This Atlanta defense playing well in the third quarter. They need their offense to just pick it up just a little bit. You needed just 3 more yards, maybe 4 more yards, and you might see a field goal attempt there. But maybe the punt was the option, or excuse me, the correct decision. Because they are going to get 1st and 10 in St. Louis territory. With 1:51 to go. Run off the left side. The PlayStation 2 cannot handle that many men. Starts to slow down. 2nd and 8. Run. Left side. This is what I want to see out of Atlanta. Quarterback hasn't been great. 3rd and short. Don't put it in your quarterback's hands. Just run the ball. There it goes. Left side. Oh, God. The PlayStation 2 is going to explode. He's free. He's to the 10. He's to the 5. Beautiful drive for Atlanta to get this game close. Now, do you go for 2? I do. I hope that they do. Man, that's one of the finest inside runs we've seen. Excellent vision. Bounced it to the middle. Worked it to the opposite side. Then he got the ball. Oh, beautiful. I think you'd go the running game here again, but it's going to be an empty backfield. Oh, short pass. There was a running back there, and he's going to get it. We got a 3-point game. We have a 3-point game. This is exciting.
The kickoff by Stover. They can't bring him down. First down and 10 to go. Quarterback drops back. Covered like a proverbial blanket. Incomplete. As we go inside the numbers, the Rams have been passing the ball very successfully. Anything stand out to you in these stats, Tom?
The offense have been going deep and going deep often.
It's so exciting that I wanted to make sure that I blew my nose so that I could commentate it correctly. And we have a terrific run for this time it's for the St. Louis Rams. The Atlanta defense had played so well in the 3rd quarter, and they absolutely fall apart there. Oh my goodness. And I mean, you're talking about a play type that does not work in this game. The pitch play does not work. And the St. Louis Rams block it really well. I think it's just one of those perfect storms where you have the perfect play call against the perfect defense that's the most susceptible to it. And that is where you get a monster touchdown response from the St. Louis Rams. I got all excited. I made sure my throat was cleared. I made sure that my nose was ready. And they give up the touchdown almost immediately.
That's his 3rd extra point in this game.
I barely got the camera turned back on and the microphone unmuted before I was like, oh, he's off. He's off to the races. So we'll see what Atlanta can do here. That's a pretty demoralizing score.
First down.
I felt like Atlanta had done such a good job. They avoided the field goal, punted the ball, played the field position game. They won because they got the ball in St. Louis territory. And then to give up that monster run and then take a sack here. That is not great. 2nd down and 17. He's going to probably get credit for a pass defense on that one, but he accidentally walked in front. He just happened to be right place, right time. It's like St. Louis is just going to send 3. Oh, they're going to leave. They're going to let the completion happen to the 22-yard line, but that's still well short. They needed to get to the 27-yard line, so 4th down and 5. Just when I thought this game was getting interesting, I had hopes. I had dreams. And the game said, no, you don't get to have those. Now, if that run had happened mid-4th quarter, late 4th quarter, it's like, oh, man, they iced the game. What a great run. Instead, it's deflated. I'm demoralized. How do you think the Atlanta defense feels? The commentator, the host of this show, is demoralized. It's like, oh, man, good game. Haven't had one of those in a while.
quarter will come to a close before they can get another play off.
All right.
At the end of the third quarter, the Rams lead by 10.
So it's a 10-point lead for the St. Louis Rams as we head to quarter number 4. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. 2nd and 11.
The quarterback looks to pass.
And he finds a completed pass inside the 35-yard line.
By Crowell.
That's a nice catch.
Between the defender and
nice throw.
give yourself a shot at a first down.
It's a good soft spot in the defense. There were 2 defenders in the area. Kind of maybe one of those, like, you kind of leave them out to dry a little bit, but maybe get rid of the ball just a smidge quicker. But it's still a nice catch.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
And it is 1st down and 10. Pitch to the outside. Spin move, but the defense does a good job to stay on him. And he'll get taken down after a short game. Lee Woodall filling up the stat line. St. Louis taking their time here.
Second and 6 at the 29-yard line. Here's the run.
Handoff right side, tackled and thrown forward for an extra yard, maybe 2, and it'll be 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line. Or maybe the 20. It's a big first down for St. Louis. I think they've kind of broken the will of this Atlanta team. Atlanta gave them their best shot. St. Louis survived it and thrived because they got the ball back and scored almost immediately.
21-yard line. The D shows a 4-3.
And I think you look at those 2 injuries that Atlanta suffered, and those are huge. I mean, obviously, a starting quarterback, like, that's a big deal. Good movement there in the pocket to throw for a completion of 9. But the defensive side is a big deal as well. 2nd down and short, under 3 to go here in the 4th quarter. As St. Louis looking to punch their ticket to the NFC title game. They will await the winner of Dallas and New York. New York, I believe, making their playoff debut. I should probably be keeping more specific stats. Because I think Philadelphia from the East has not made the playoffs just yet. I know the Arizona Cardinals are in the East as well. So the Arizona Cardinals are kind of a weird one. Because of they're playing the East, but then they move to the West. And so a couple of times it's just been like a really big division. The AFC Central to North would be kind of a similar situation where it's like, man, 6 teams, huh? 6 teams. I will try to get some more complete statistics here as we finish season number 5. That feels like a good milestone season. Teams that we can kind of keep an eye on. Philadelphia is one to keep an eye on. They had shots. They had a shot last season. Madden 04, I want to say, was the last season. I think they were right in it. They lost their last 3 games. Like, okay, well, thanks for trying, I guess. 1st and goal here for St. Louis as the clock is under 2 minutes to go here.
First and goal
AFC wise.
The pitch out by Collins. Driven into the
I want to say, in Seattle's a weird one too. Seattle and Arizona are kind of the 2 teams that stick out as far as because Seattle moves from the NFC or the AFC West to the NFC West. And the AFC West has 5 teams. A lot of the divisions have 5 teams, though. I think all of them, except for the AFC Central, have 5 teams. So it's
one back for St. Louis.
I don't know. I believe Seattle's made the postseason though.
Pitch to Contiki Barber.
They had a brutal end to this season. I think they lost 6 or 7 games in a row. They were in such a good position to make the playoffs. Atlanta going to burn some timeouts here as we hit 3rd down and goal. Going to be down by 2 touchdowns
Timeout.
as they try to just run the clock out.
One remaining.
I forgot about Casey's missed field goal because that definitely kept them in this game. Atlanta. Otherwise, that's a 27-11 game.
First field goal today.
But he pushed it left. 34 seconds to go. 13-point game, which in this game that's hopeless. Hopeless in an ESPN NFL Primetime 2002. We've had some nice, efficient games, which I appreciate, especially as we get down to the wire. St. Louis and Tennessee both did a very nice job at running the clock down. And I am appreciative of that as a person who's maybe not great at following through on their own schedule, where I keep recording these late at night and I go, you got to not record these at 11 p.m. on a Monday. Next week it'll be better, and I schedule it out and then I just don't do it. That's on me, though. That's on me. Really excited to check out Worldless tomorrow.
Caught in traffic by Richardson. A 5-yard pass by Dilfer. Dilfer looking to throw.
3rd and 4. Nice completion.
And more.
Final seconds will tick away, and the St. Louis Rams will join Kansas City as the host. I believe they play in Kansas City, Missouri, and St. Louis, Missouri.
There's the ball game.
Oh, wait, hold on. I can check because it does the
NFC Championship game. So
there you go. Those injuries were as devastating as I anticipated they would be. Oops. Yeah, okay. Yeah, both games in Missouri. That is wild. So let's get this thumbnail taken care of as our 4th and final game loads up. It's the Giants taking on the Cowboys. Who will go to St. Louis? I was going to say who'd go to Missouri, but that could mean either team. 2 9-7 NFC East teams meeting for the 3rd time this season. What's the season split? I don't know.
Things are you expecting to see in this game?
The
Giants obviously finished better, but that doesn't mean that well, I would guess that the Giants would have the upper hand, or they split it and then the Giants won tiebreaker-wise, because they won the NFC East. Whoa, 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 whoa. Please settle down. Oh, that's not helpful at all.
Snow-covered field.
I expect to see a lot of slipping and sliding going on down there today.
Pull it over. Pull it up.
Edwards back to receive the kick.
And we are ready to roll. The New York Football Giants, I believe, making their postseason debut. Troy Edwards, we have had so many injuries on the opening play or opening drives. That's not good. That's not what you want to see. The snow falls in New York. They're going with a run play. They'll try the middle, and they'll pick up 1, maybe 2. They'll give them 2nd down and 8. So gain of 2, and it did look like he got kind of like thrown forward. Second down and 8. That's a nice completion out past the 30-yard line.
Report from the locker room, Edwards out for at least the rest of this game with a strained groin.
Strained groin, rip.
Ball to Garrett. Tackled by Lynch. Second down and 8 to go.
Another 2nd down and 8 for this New York Giants team. They are committed to running the ball here early in this one. It's kind of what you would want to see in this kind of weather.
Run by Gary.
Marshawn Lynch. John Lynch.
3rd down and 5 for the first. They bring in the extra cornerback.
I gotta watch. What the heck was that movie Marshawn Lynch was in? Oh, I can picture like
Takes a special breed of
I can
player
see
to
the
hold
trailer
on
in
to
my
a ball
head.
after being
It's called
hit
Bottoms,
like
I
that.
think. I gotta make a list. I need a list. I need a list of all the crap that I need to watch. All the stuff I need to play, all the stuff I need to watch. There's a really interesting game coming out next week? Yeah, the 30th. It's an FMV game. So that'll be up on December 1st. Happy holidays. FMV Friday, baby. It's very exciting for me. Very, very exciting. Backs and receivers, Dennis Northcutt.
First and 10.
I don't really know why I pointed him out, but I just chose to. First and 10, Dallas with their first possession of the game. See how they want to approach this. The Giants all over the ground game, and they are going to stick with go to the ground game, I should say, as well. Number 71 just doing the absolute Pittman with the run, 2nd down and 7. Play action pass, and Batch can't find the receiver at the 45-yard line. Defense for the New York Giants. Bill Romanowski, Brian Urlacher. Okay. Champ Bailey?
3rd and 7 at the 33-yard line.
You mean not NFL, Blitz the League cover star Bill Romanowski? Star of The Longest Yard? I want to say he's in. Real quick possession there for the Dallas Cowboys, and they'll punt it away. 7th year out of Colorado for Mitch Berger. Ooh, boy. Remember when I complimented this game on their efficiency? The last couple of games, hey, especially once they get into the lead, they're milking that clock and we're winding through this stuff. 2 possessions, taking 2 minutes and 3 seconds off the clock. Because both of these teams are like, yes, we should throw the ball in the snow. There's a pitch to the outside. It's a fumble.
This player won't be winning many fans after a play like that.
That is a ginormous turn. Huge turn. Already in this game. 1st down and 10.
Pull back to the strong side.
Come on, nose. Stop it. Oh. Match to the outside. Finds a receiver.
11-yard reception by Hardy. That's his first pass reception today.
Chris, it's important for their offense to get into an early rhythm to keep the defense off balance.
Using motion. Batch drops and throws. And quick drop and tried to find a receiver, but Warfield was all over it. 2nd down and 10. Goes with a handoff, left side, drilled by number 31, right near the line to gain. They're highlighting the defense, so he was short. 3rd down and short coming up. And the Giants bail him out into play action pass, throws into the end zone, caught for a touchdown. A little surprised on that result. It looked like the defense was all over it. It was going to get that ball knocked away, but just a nice catch, good concentration. I can't believe number 52 did not get, not even like an intentional hand on that ball. We saw in the previous game, like a dude just like walked in front and like accidentally caused the incompletion. Just jaunted on over. Mike Vanderchat, 1 kickoff today. No touchbacks, because that just doesn't exist in this game. 5 yards deep. And that is the price you pay.
1st down and 10 to go.
Following the fumble on the previous possession. We'll see if they stick with the running game. I think they should. They're going to go with a quick pass, and it is met. Nate Wayne with a terrific hit right as the ball got there.
Kitna,
quick pass outside. It's completed. And Plummer all over it. No gain.
At the 15-yard line.
No gain. Oh, big news. Speaking of the Cougars, which is what that is a reference to. Washington State Cougars, by the way. They renewed the Apple Cup for 5 years. Yay, I guess. I don't know. Washington's like a really good football team. They're playing for a shot at the college football playoff. Hopefully, I mean, the Cougars are like maybe the weirdest team of the season. And maybe that's just kind of biased because that's the team that I'm following. But they were 4-0, 13th ranked team in the country, and then they lost 6 straight games. Which is like, okay, that's like kind of weird, you know, but stuff happens. Then they absolutely explode for 56 points against Colorado. And it's like, where's this team been for like 7 weeks? I'm sure there was a bye in there. Hello? Hello? So now they're going to play the Huskies, who are playing for a shot at the college football playoff. Hopefully it's a close game. Hopefully it's a good game. Would not be surprised if it's a blowout. Wouldn't be surprised if the Oregon State game is a blowout and the Washington State game is a blowout, setting up a really, really awesome Pac-12 title game of Oregon versus Washington for the second time this year, because that game was already awesome the first time around. But we'll see. I don't know. The rivalry games can sometimes, across the country, can sometimes prove to be a bit of a wild card. You go back to one of the more famous examples was that I think it's West Virginia. They were like the number 2 team in the country, and they were playing Pitt as like pretty major favorites, and they fell. So you kind of hope for something like that. It's at least a competitive game.
1st and 10.
But yeah, the Apple Cup renewed through 2028. It's going to be back-to-back games in Seattle, so it'll be at Husky Stadium this year, and then it'll be at Lumen Field next year. And traditionally, the Apple Cup takes place after Thanksgiving, final week of the season, November. But the Apple Cup next year going to be September 14th, which they announced, which is very cool because the Mariners play. So that could be fun. Maybe try to get some tickets to that stuff. Go catch a baseball game. Go hang out, watch an Apple Cup. I think that's like maybe the one Pac-12 school that I hadn't seen. Maybe Utah. I for sure saw Colorado, UCLA, Oregon State, USC, Oregon, Oregon State, yeah. Cal is the one that I don't know. And I think like when we saw USC and Stanford, we were like super young. So anyway, that's pretty cool. I'm excited. I saw that news. I called my mom. Well, not right then. I was at work, but it popped on my score, my score app, and I quickly read and got the information that I needed. I'm like, I have to call my mom when I get home. I have to call her, and I did, and she was excited about it. So, woohoo! Because boy, do I get my love of football from her. My favorite thing is when I call her and I go, "Hey, are you watching this game?" And she goes, "I haven't even turned the TV on." I'm like, "Oh my God, Mom. Football is on. Football is life, Mom. Yeah, turn the TV on." There was a whole debacle with the Comcast and Fox had like a whole problem where like September 7th was the last day that you would be able to watch Fox through Comcast. And the September 8th was like the first Sunday of the season. And this is important because the Seahawks, now that they're in the NFC, they play on Fox. And so like the area that I live in, which is always Seahawks games, can't access those games. There's a couple here and there on CBS, whatever. Pass interference on the defense. And so I don't have Comcast. And I guess I probably should have been paying more attention to it. Because I call her frequently. But I'd ask her, I go, "Hey, is the Fox thing, like, is that resolved yet? And she'd be like, well, I don't know. I feel like they're going to charge me. And I'm like, well, did you check? And she's like, no, I didn't check. And I was like, okay, whatever. I won't worry about it. And I asked her a couple of times. And then we went and saw The Grinch. And I asked her again. Well, actually, I didn't ask her. I went to just go turn the television on because I'd already had the answer a couple of times. And I just was like, you know what? I'm just going to solve this problem myself. I'm just going to check channel 3, which is what that is in our area. I'm going to check channel 3 and see if it works. And she like comes over and like grabs the remote out of my hand. Oh, penalty. There's a penalty marker out there for some reason. That was weird. She's like, no, don't check. And I'm like, Mom, I'll just check real quick. It's like, it's no problem. And so I hit 3 on the remote and it's been working and it worked. And I'm like, oh my God. I like just dropped my head. I was standing up. I'll give you a visual demonstration. I was standing up, straight up, and I just went like this and just kind of shook my head. So then I looked it up and I was like, hey, when did this get resolved? And this was 2 weeks ago, maybe? No, a week ago. It had been resolved for 3 weeks. I looked at it November like 13th or whatever. Or no, November 10th. November 10th. And I went and did a Google search and it got resolved October 17th and I just like couldn't believe it.
At the 11-yard line.
Ugh. Anyway, there's a fun story for you. I love my mom. I feel bad. She just looks at me. She goes, "I probably missed so many good football games." It's like, "Yep, you have." Anyway, Apple Cup is on Fox on Saturday, 1 p.m. Pacific time. It's not a traditionally it's not a competitive series. It's just not. It was so interesting. I probably talked about this on a previous video as we see Dallas. Safety? Oh, come on. Give me a safety. So this game's terrible. Probably mentioned this before, but the Pac-12 falling apart is a bummer for traditionalists and people who are grew up with it. I have fond memories of Keith Jackson calling Pac-10 games on ABC in that sweet little 1:30, 4:30 spot. But as a Cougars fan, it's kind of exciting because they might be a more consistently competitive football team if they play the Mountain West. Because they beat USC 10 times in 70 tries. That's not even an exaggeration. They're 10-67-3 or some absurd number. Even the Apple Cup's not that competitive or exciting. Every once in a while, the Cougars accidentally win a game. It's a false start. Anyway, I think it'll be fun. I'm excited about the future. Happy that they've renewed the Apple Cup, and I'm glad that it's going to be in September.
Third down and 15 for the first. They'll rush 4.
Third down and 15. Halfway through quarter number 2. I've done a lot of talking and it hasn't been much about this football game. Still 7-0. Run the ball.
Here's their 4th punt of the game.
Yeah, no surprise, huh? You have friggin' John Kitna overthrowing every receiver in the universe.
Punt out of bounds. They'll take over from there. Pitch to Anderson. Brought down by Warfield.
I am realizing how much more sensitive this microphone is. Even setting my phone down was really loud.
19-yard line. Batch looks downfield. A 1-yard reception by Pittman. That's his 2nd catch of the game.
Michael Pittman is capable of breaking one, every time he touches the ball.
All right, 3rd down and 7. 2-minute warning here. Dallas holds the lead because of the fumble. They were able to cash that in for a touchdown. I don't think either team has really gotten all that close.
Tripped up by the defender.
Curious to see where they spot that ball. They're going to give it to the advantage to the defense.
Here's their 4th punt of the game.
This is an excellent time to just not watch this game, huh?
Way to stay in your lane and not allow the returner a chance to get a big return.
The pitch to Gary. Breaks it outside. He gets the 1st down.
Timeout, Giants. They have 2 remaining.
Kittner looks downfield. Incomplete pass. Let's go inside the numbers. Tommy, what do you think of the game so far?
The offense must like how they match up speed-wise today.
Draw play. Tackled at the 34-yard line. 3rd and 4 at the 34-yard line. The Giants put a man in the slot. That's his 5th tackle today. Here comes the field goal unit. Pulled it left. No good. Hook left by Christie. That's his 1st missed field goal attempt today.
You can't blame the coach for trying.
Batch looks downfield.
Have mercy. That's one way to separate the ball and the receiver.
Batch looking to throw. Knocked out. Incompletion. That's his 1st pass defended today.
Brian Urlacher is a tough linebacker who has enough speed to play free safety.
Batch drops back. They'll line up to punt it away. He's now made 6 tackles in this game. 1st and 10. The Giants send a man in motion. Kittner looking to throw.
Timeout, Cowboys. They have 2 remaining.
Oh, what? Same score? No way. No way. You're telling me that these 2 teams playing in the snow who have not made any adjustments to the fact that the snow is playing a factor still have the same score?
3rd and 13 at the 11-yard line. They'll operate out of the shotgun.
Streamers being weird little dudes, and it's just me in the corner going, oh, I'm losing it.
Looking to throw.
That's kind of like mainly why you would go like, hey, don't record this at 11:30 at night, huh? And to be fair, I started this 9:30? Yeah, 9:30. I love the playoffs because the game just gives me the matchups. I don't have to look for anything.
Tackled by Fletcher.
Here's the 4 matchups. I say thank you. Thank you.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line. The Cowboys send a man in motion.
Uh-oh.
Quarterback drops back.
Headset's dying.
Thrown down at the 44-yard line.
I love when teams lose 3 yards and still call a timeout. It's awesome. It's my favorite.
Batch drops back.
That is inexcusable.
3rd down and 13, yeah.
Batch looking to throw.
Bench deep throw up the seam. It's incomplete. Hey, what a surprise. What a surprise.
I can't believe he didn't see the defender on that play, Boom. He was
What?
lucky that
Hold
was
on.
picked off.
What? You can't believe that he didn't see the defender on that play? No way.
Looking to throw.
All right, I like the Hail Mary here. Burn all the time. Oh, he caught it.
Shoestring tackle.
Penalty.
Hold on,
Holding.
there's a
Oh,
penalty.
no.
Holding on number 71, offense.
It wipes out a touchdown.
At halftime,
Oh, no.
Cowboys 7, Giants nothing.
That's never happened before in this game. I don't know that we've seen, well, I'm sure that we have. There's a lot of plays, especially because I get up sometimes and just walk away. I'm like, eh.
Teams were able to make at halftime.
Wow. They got the catch in the end zone and everything, and it's wiped away by a hold. That is the first time that has happened that I have seen in this game. All 20 or 19 weeks so far. It is weird because it does seem like the penalties are more frequent in the latter half of the season.
There's an injured
Sylvester
player,
Morris
Tom. He was
injured.
hurt on the hit.
That's not good.
Second down and 13 to go.
Huge break for the Giants,
With the play
who find themselves just down the one score in the interception to start the second half.
To knock the ball down, he
That's a
never
good
really
start
had
for
an
them.
opportunity
Oh,
to
man.
catch it.
One of the last times that we'll see a coach just screaming in a player's face.
Red 16.
Good times.
Red 16. Kitna looking to throw.
Kitna? Oh, that's going to
Scores on the
be a
seam.
touchdown. It was a weird path, and it kind of confused me a little bit. So I didn't want to throw my hands up too soon. It should have been like an easy touchdown, but then it was like, oh, ah, oh, ah, oh, ah, you got touchdown. Terrific start to the second half for the Giants. They're going to tie the game, taking advantage of the turnover. And that's how both teams have scored, a turnover. They take over deep in opponent's territory. They will, be able to cash it in for 6, 7.
And it's
7.
good. That's his first extra point today.
Kicks like that are why they moved it back 15 yards.
Kickoff.
Because that might have been missed from 18, or not 18, but from like 33 or whatever the yardage is. You can do math, Sean. You can do it real quick.
Report from the
From the
sideline,
2.
sprained thumb by Morris. He's out for the game.
Is this from the 15 or is it from the 17? It's like a 33-yard extra point. It's like, it's really stupid.
Backs. Drop
But
back.
like, it's basically
Burns on the speed. Tackle
to like foster more exciting endings, not innings, but endings to games. Like you go back to the Packers game when they played.
Looks like play action.
Who did they play? They lost by 4. Oh, Steelers, Pittsburgh Steelers, because I watched that whole game. Where like, I mean, granted that was a blocked point after touchdown, but like everything about that was so slow. That's what they want. They want more of those games where it's Green Bay's not down by a field goal at the end; they're down by a touchdown. Anyway, go Pack, go! Number 1 team, best team ever. Really lucky win, by the way, for Green Bay against the Los Angeles Chargers. I just watched the highlights again. I was at work. But I watched the highlights, and there were 3 like pretty crucial drops for the Los Angeles Chargers. Some nice defensive plays, but like Keenan Allen dropped one that like hit him in the chest. There's another. There was a play on like the final drive that Los Angeles had that like should have been a completion. And I want to say there was one more, but those were the 2 that really stood out. I think again, I think you look at the positives between the last couple of weeks. It's not, Aaron Rodgers was 6-10 in his first season. Like that is so important to know. There have been a ton of injuries for the team. Every team deals with injuries.
Line up to punt it away.
But it hasn't been consistent. Hard to get consistency when it has not been consistent. Best team ever. Go back out. Anyway. Also, I don't know if I mentioned it. Shout out to the real life Raiders who got rid of their terrible coach and have gone 2-1 with their new coach. Turns out, if you get rid of a turd, it makes it a lot easier to, I don't know, want to do anything.
Looks downfield.
Nice throw over the middle. And then this week, the Jets said that they were thinking about, or they were going to reopen pursuit of Devontae Adams this summer, which is it's big news. I think you need a better backup quarterback for Aaron Rodgers.
Knocked down by Beck. That's his second pass defended.
He's been a little more injury prone over the last couple of seasons. Ayahuasca's not going to help everything. It's a nice time for a sack by the New York Giants. Brings up a 4th down and 18.
Seventh punt of the game.
Also, I would not be surprised if we never see Zach Wilson throw like another NFL pass. Why did they take him number 2? I know it's hard to like pin who's going to be good in the NFL. Maybe nearly impossible. There's no like sure lock or whatever, but ugh. Pitch to the outside.
Pile driven at the
Nothing
47-yard
nothing to nowhere to go there. Ahmad Plummer did a terrific job to stay home. The run ran right to him. Drops him for a loss of 1. Halfway through quarter number 3, God help me if this game goes into overtime. There's a screen play and a pretty nice gain. Sets up 3rd and very manageable. Again, we see the screen play completely overrun by the running back. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I don't think it was going to stay inbounds anyway, but oh dear God. It's the same look I gave my mom when I turned to Fox and it worked. Out of bounds. 1st and 10 from the 11, 2:03 to go. The Giants or Cowboys, one of these teams is going to need to get a turnover or get a takeaway in the opponent's territory and kind of just get an automatic free number of points. Probably a free 3, maybe accidentally turn it into a...
The Cowboys have had their passing game completely shut down. Stand out to you in these stats, Tom?
The offense have been focusing.
You're kidding me. I looked at the thing. Sorry. I wasn't trying to... I thought it was muted.
Quarterback drops back.
Hits like that make me happy.
I looked and I was like, oh, it's gray. Perfect. And I must have, as I took my eyes off it, must have like tapped it with my finger and then like, cough. And then I looked back and I'm like, oh, great. It's not grayed out. It's yellow, green, red. Fantastic. Oh, come on. Let him win by a safety. Why? Whatever. Somebody make points to win this game. This game is terrible.
Boom, the receiver got behind the defense for that big game.
Could you imagine if a safety was the difference? Safety was the difference in the Huskies Beavers game the other day. I missed that part. I don't have TV, so I have to watch like illegal YouTube streams. I have thought about like Hulu with live TV to kind of get some of that stuff, because it's always a gamble. You watch like some random stream and there's a chance that like ESPN goes like, oh no, we're gonna shut this down, and it gets called for copyright whatever, which like fine, I understand, it's not legal, I get it, I'm not mad about it, I'm kind of mad about it. But so you either get that where you get to watch like part of the game and then they just like the stream is cut and that's it, Or what's more annoying is they'll put like a big graphic in the center bit, and it'll just be like, we can't show it for copyright reasons, but if you want to watch, links in the description. I'm like, don't. Always off the right upright. Good sound. I like that sound. First and 10. Oh my goodness.
The quarterback looks to pass. The defender gets a handout.
This game's going to go to overtime. This game is going to go to overtime. It's going to ruin my life and go to overtime. I got to stick with the mouse. I got to make you suffer with the mouse click and just go with the solid thing so I don't accidentally brush the touchpad, which is so wildly inconsistent. Handoff right. Oh, no! Nope, it's a fumble and Dallas takes over. Okay, well, that's kind of what I needed a little bit. Second fumble of the day that I've seen from the New York Giants. I did get up for a minute. So it could have been another free turnover that I didn't see.
The Cowboys send a man in motion. Backs looking to throw. Incomplete pass.
This game is difficult to watch. It might be the most irritating version of this game where it doesn't make any adjustments. The passing game is so bad and it doesn't adjust the play calling. Third and 13. Goodness gracious. I think it's just going to be a punt. So a good job by the Giants defense here. Let's be positive. Let's say some nice things about this hell that we're all stuck in together. And that is that the Giants did a good job defensively. They take advantage of the miss. Like they make sure, it's a long field goal that the Cowboys have to attempt. The ball, obviously gets turned over. Good job to withstand some adverse circumstances. Put glue on your hands. For the love of all that is holy, put glue on your hands so that you can catch the ball, you doofus. That's a big problem in the Husky Beaver game as well, because the first half was like just a non-stop downpour of rain. Oh, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5. It's a touchdown. Oh my gosh, a monster play. 88 yards to the house. Just kidding, it was 86 yards. I don't know how to count, and it doesn't matter. Somehow this worked in our favor. We get a big touchdown play. Steve Christie coming on for the extra point. And with 5 seconds in the third, it's a one touchdown game. It's good. They could go all the way. And as midnight rings on the Tuesday that this video posts, I scream with excitement. Well, yeah, I don't really have the vocals for screaming. I haven't had the vocals for any of this for 2 weeks at this point. Could also be a genuine reason why I don't have the vocals for this for 2 weeks is because I didn't have the vocals for it and still pushed through anyway. Because I'm a hero, okay? As an incredible content producer, day in, day out, suffering through technical problems that you'll find out about in the next, not tonight's Cougar game, but the Thursday Cougar game.
Quarterback looks to pass. Caught by Pittman.
All right. We are in quarter number 4. It is 14-7. Cowboys trying to run a little screen play. Actually, I like the way they ran that. It's one of the few times that it's actually been run pretty well that the receiver just couldn't come down with the ball. It looked like the defense actually did a pretty good job. They were going to have one-on-one with the blockers, and it doesn't always get blocked super well, so it could have gone for no gain or a loss, but the receiver was coming back to the kind of the main line of script, or the main
There's a man down on the field.
main offensive line, and it looked like there was going to be a little bit of a gap if he just kind of kept going inside and then up. Without a telestrator, I have to use my hands like a doofus.
He gives the ball to Garrett.
Second down and 8. I just cannot get whatever is in my throat out of it. Okay, we have... Good job. I'm so happy with the Giants right now. They're going to run clock and get us the heck out of here.
Second down and 8.
Game's obviously not over yet, but if it holds, the Giants will be playing the St. Louis Rams, and we will see the Tennessee Titans taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. The opportunity to play for a Super Bowl next week. 6 a.m. is when that will post, so be sure to whatever. subscribe and ring the bell. You'll be notified when I post all the new content. Check out content later this week. I'm excited about it. And then I don't know what I'm going to be playing next week.
It's a run. Tackled by Curse.
Maybe hopefully people are into the worldless game, and I'm into it as well.
The report from the sidelines, Baker out 2 to 4 weeks with a pulled abdomen.
Ooh, that's a big loss for the Giants, who would potentially miss him in next week's game. We'll have more NBA random rosters happening. More Cougar Dynasty baseball at night, that's for sure. But aside from the Friday video and the Tuesday video, I don't know what other videos will be happening. So stay tuned. Hang out. Oh, it's a fumble. It's a fumble, and the Cowboys pick it up. It was so weird to look at that. And, like, once the first tackler initiates, like, the rest of the players just... Play is done. It is over. That's a really nice catch out near the 40-yard line. Dallas, don't start playing offense now. Please, please. Oh, dear God, don't send this game to overtime. I can't handle it. I can't.
Down and 10 to go.
Oh, boy. I do appreciate that the Giants did try to run out the clock. I think they maybe needed to be a little bit more aggressive. Really good time to come up with a sack right there. Keep that clock moving. Force this Dallas offense back another 5 yards. To be fair, if the role were reversed and the Cowboys were in the lead, I'd still be rooting for this game to be over. It's been awful. I hate it. So don't be like, oh, you don't like the Cowboys. Look, I don't like the Cowboys. I just want this game to end in regulation, please. Incomplete pass stops the clock with 2:18. They're going to try a quarterback sneak, and he has nowhere to go. John Browning, couple of tackles and a sack. Oh, you never want to hear the number 10 and then followed by the word punt.
At the 2-minute warning, the Giants lead by 7.
So here's where it's going to get a little weird. Dallas still in this game. They're playing the field position battle, which I think is good. Everything here makes sense and is fine for the context of this game.
Stopped by Thomas.
It's just that we've had to see at least 10 punts from just the Dallas Cowboys. Is that like 8 punts from the Giants?
Here's the run. Breaks the tackle.
Oh, it's a big run. Go upfield. Oh, he's going to turn it on the Jets. He's going to ice the game in the snow. 10-5, touchdown Giants. The Giants with 2 monster offensive plays.
He protects the ball.
And they are going to punch their ticket to go play the St. Louis Rams. As my CPU looks like it's going to explode trying to record this video. Please go back down to your normal percentage. Stop it. Stop. Turn the music down. Stop it. Stop. 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 Don't get the copyright on me. Okay, CPU, I said, there you go. Go down. Up.
And it's good. That's his third extra point in this game.
May I take your hat, sir? May I take your hat,
Here's
sir?
the kick.
You just blow in from stupid town. All right, there's the tackle up to the 25. Oh, I couldn't be happier right now. Whichever team was leading, iced the game. Fantastic. Fantastic. I'd root for good games. This game has sucked. It's been awful. I hate it. Don't you, there you go. Good tackle. Don't you dare. No. Dikembe Mutombo, don't you start playing offense now, Dallas.
And make the big play on the outside.
The quarterback looks to pass. It's caught.
Stop it. Actually, it's fine.
The key
Whatever.
is getting that corner's hips turned.
I mean, don't give them hope.
Chris, there's been some hard
I have hopes and dreams that this game will end in regulation.
Feel this one tomorrow.
Don't ruin my life, please.
Quarterback looks to pass.
Overthrows everybody with 1:03 to go. Is the Dallas Cowboys season about to come to a close? Deep right for 82.
The offense liked the pass.
Nothing even, I don't even, they do have half of it, but not really all that close. Every other section combined went for...
There's a penalty on the
I
play.
love the false starts in the shotgun. Because he just stands there, the ball just... Woo!
5-yard penalty, second down.
Somebody jumped. That's going to cost
And
them 5
Dallas
yards.
had that hold that got a touchdown taken off the board. So pretty brutal way to lose this game. They were up 7-0. I think they would have gone up 14-7 into the half. And they've given up 2 monster plays. I wanted a 75-yard run and an 85-yard pass. Like the New York Giants stats are going to be, wow, they did so well. And it's like, no, they had 2 good plays. 2 good plays. And they took advantage of a turnover. And that's the story of this game. Dallas did take advantage of a takeaway as well, so. Dallas might have won the turnover battle and still lost this game, which happened to Oakland earlier.
Real rhythm on offense.
Weird.
Chris, I think the defense is showing signs of wear.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. That's the important part, Tom Jackson. They can show signs of wear and tear all they want. They're not giving up the tying score. They're just going to make it a little more respectable. That hold is so huge. Otherwise, Dallas would be driving for the tie. Oh my goodness.
They have 2 remaining.
2 timeouts for the Dallas Cowboys with 24 seconds to go.
Flag down on the play.
False start.
Another
On number
penalty.
64, offense.
You kind of maybe don't take that timeout right there. I know you want to try and save as many seconds as possible, but at least if you, especially with the way this game works, at least if you get to the line quickly, which is not how this game works. But if you save it, the Giants would receive the ball. Theoretically, you kick it deep. They'd receive the ball, 3 kneel downs. You'd be able to call timeouts. Oh, good. They're running the Hail Mary play for some reason in the red zone. All right. Wow. Wow. Wow.
MVP is just icing on the cake for
That,
this true professional.
that's an MVP right there.
Flag down on the play.
Really scared that I hit the button again. There's another penalty. Dallas is falling apart.
3rd and goal.
3rd and goal from the 11. 16 seconds to go here. The dying seconds of the Dallas Cowboys season.
Batch looking to throw.
Ooh, that's a terrible timeout to take. It's a terrible throw for Batch to make. It's 4th down and goal. Mercifully for me, though, on the flip side, you got to look at it and go, okay, yeah, take these stupid timeouts.
Quarterback drops back. The throw out of bounds.
Goodness gracious.
The Giants are content to just run out the clock.
Yeah. They're going to kneel themselves into a safety.
Timeout, Cowboys.
I wonder,
They have
do you
none
think
remaining.
that'd have to happen, right? Do you think if you let the computer, yeah, they absolutely would. Oh, they did. They actually ran the ball. Okay, that I got kind of scared there.
A 3-yard run by
Oh,
Clyde
all right, it's over, folks. The
There's
New
ball
York
game.
Giants,
The New York
thanks to the
football
efforts of
Giants advance
the
to
MVP,
championship
who
game.
had those
I'm
monster
Chris Berman.
monster
Tom Johnson and the
numbers.
entire crew. See you next game right here on
They are able to ice the game at home. They'll pack their bags. They will head to Missouri, as will the Tennessee Titans. Vinny Testaverde, by the way, before I forget, your offensive primetime player in the AFC. 3 touchdown passes with 267 yards through the air for the Tennessee Titans. On the defensive side, it's Chad Brown. 4 tackles, an interception, and a pass defensed. Also for the Titans. I don't know if I said that. I'm losing it. I'm falling apart over here. Martin Gramatica, 2 field goals and an extra point for Kansas City to wrap up your AFC primetime players. Olandis Gary, he is your primetime player for the NFC. 113 rush yards, 90 receiving yards, 1 rushing touchdown, and 1 touchdown reception. He single-handedly outscored the Dallas Cowboys, helped ice that game. That holding penalty is so big, is it wipes out. It's one of the interesting things where obviously you can't count on everything going the way that it did down the stretch, right? And I think a lot of times when you talk about that, you talk about like one incomplete pass or an interception that would have happened that would have affected like the time of possession. But because that holding penalty happened with no time left on the clock in the first half, the rest of the game can kind of proceed like it normally would have. And instead, the Cowboys would have been driving for the game tying touchdown rather than, I guess, points in garbage time. It's just kind of fun to think about. Terrell Buckley, 4 tackles, an interception, and 2 passes defensed against the Rams. And he is your NFC Defensive Primetime Player in the loss to the Rams, 24-11. John Casey, your Primetime Player, special teams-wise. I guess there wasn't anything to really write home about for the Cowboys or the Giants or the Falcons. I guess you kind of just get it based on the extra points. 3. He missed a field goal and still is the Primetime Player. But yeah, there's all your games. Kansas City beats Oakland 13-7. The Raiders were a very weird team. Terrific defense, but the offense was questionable at best, and they almost won. They were 2 yards short, like 2 yards and 2 seconds short. 1 timeout, pop it, which I think they had. I think they had a timeout, but they fall by 6. They almost steal a win against Kansas City. Titans all over the Patriots, 24-0. The Falcons made it interesting. It was 14-11. And then the Rams put on 10 more points to make it look a little more lopsided than it truly was. Huge injuries for the Falcons. It's good that the Rams won. Otherwise, the Giants, who won 21-7, would have... Otherwise, the Giants, who won 21-7, would likely have a pretty easy walkover type of game. With the Falcons being shorthanded both offensively and defensively. So we'll set up the conference championships. We'll be in Missouri to watch the Chiefs. They take on the Titans. And then we'll go to Missouri to watch the Rams take on the Giants. And then the winners obviously go to the Super Bowl. We'll watch that. And then we'll likely take a look at the Pro Bowl if it's available. I don't know. I always say it like it's a given, but this game is weird, and I don't know. See if I can figure out a drink to kind of quench my throat here, so I can just do one quick little outro. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. Sorry about the one cough that did make it in the audio. I apologize. Again, I hope you enjoyed today's video. It's episode number 99 of this show. That is absurd to me. That is absurd. I can't believe that I have made 99 of these. 99, and they average like 3 hours per. So we're approaching the 300-hour mark. We're probably over it, honestly. But thank you so much for watching. I am having a great time making it. We have tons more in the future. I was kind of counting it out. It's like Madden 05, 10, 11, 12. 8 of those. Probably 9 more seasons of this. So we'll be looking at, I think, 14 total, something like that. But hopefully you're enjoying it, and we will see you next week for the finale of Season 5 of Random Rosters. Thank you again so much for watching, and we will catch you next week. Subscribe, ring the bell. You'll be notified when I post new videos. Tuesdays here on the channel, you can catch Random Rosters. And we'll see you then. Good sports and good night.